So Tom, you reminded me there's kids in the room, so I had to cut my speech in half. I'm really good at cussing. He told you to storm the Capitol. He told you to stop the election by any means necessary. That's what the prosecutors told me in a room. They told me to lie and say that the president indirectly instructed me to storm the Capitol and stop the certification of the election by any means necessary. You still would have beat him in the DC case, but it would have been harder if they had a direct witness, because truth is, all those cases were BS. But where I could have gone home. I could have gone to my family, sat in my warm bed, and not have to sit through 6 months, thank you, Nick, 6 months of trial, grueling trial, getting chained up every morning, driving 30 minutes to the courtroom, and sitting there and listening to their lies for 6 months. But where did it all start? At least for Trump supporters. It started on September 9th, 2016. Can any of you remember what happened that day? Hillary Clinton referred to us as a basket of deplorables. And although we took it in stride and we turned a negative into a positive, that was her attempt to dehumanize us. And all the way forward from that point, they took us off social media. They let the media lie about us. They took us off financial platforms. They took us off credit card platforms. And then what did they do when Biden got elected? The first thing that they did was put all of us in chains. And I said it before the election. If Biden is allowed to steal this election, they will have us in chains within days. And that was true. By this time, in 2021, there would have been 520 of us arrested already by Merrick Garland. Presently, I was talking in the past, presently, as of this morning, many of you probably don't know this, as of 11 o'clock this morning, 22-year veteran of the Metropolitan Police Department, Lieutenant Shane Lamond, turned himself in to the Bureau of Prisons for a crime he did not commit. The moment that they arrested me, I knew who my star witness was going to be. Somebody I coordinated with at the Metropolitan Police Department to make sure everybody stayed safe. The moment I put him on that witness list, they came and they knocked on his door, and he became a J6er that day. The Whitmer kidnapping hoax. Joe Biggs, Ethan Nordine, Zachary Real, Dominic Pizzola. Their sentences were commuted, and I appreciate the president and everybody who pushed for that pardon. Anybody who moved that needle, I love you guys. But they are struggling. Along with Jessica Watkins is in the house. We're all struggling. And you know, I always get reminded that I was sentenced to 22 years. You know, I gotta tell you, I was one of the lucky ones. Because my family stood by me, my friends stood by me, our lawyers stood by us. There's a lot of people that got, 30 days in prison and got sentenced to 30 days in prison that lost a lot more than I did. There's a lot of us that are struggling, and there's a lot of things that need to be done to correct that. And I am very patient. But I know that there's a lot of people that can't wait. Sitting at a podium just like this in Butler, Pennsylvania, and it happened so long ago, we kind of forget how close we were to tyranny. What did he say right after that happened? That wasn't just a rally cry, those were instructions. We need to fight, fight, fight. We need to fight back. We need to stop sitting at the defense, and we need to take offense in every way imaginable. Whether it's just social media posts, whether it's lawfare, whether it's out in the streets protesting peacefully, unlike the left. So I encourage you guys, midterms are very important. I encourage you guys to get off your butts. Get off your butts and do something, because the most important election was 2024. No, the most important election is coming up in less than a year. And if they win, if they steal the election, within the first 30 days, John, I'm sure he'll call you, because they will impeach him. That will be within the first 30 days, you will see the third impeachment of Donald Trump. Will it get through the Senate? I don't think so. So it is imperative that we all fight, fight, fight. Thank you. Also, big round of applause for Cynthia for putting this together and putting all of us great patriots in one room. Thank you, guys.